How I installed malware detection across my cloud environment in less than 10 minutes. This works for AWS, Azure, Google, and other cloud platforms. One of the biggest hassles for detection in cloud environments is deployment. This method requires 0 agents, which enables me to get this done so quickly. I know personally the pain of projects that require the deployment of malware detection or vulnerability management, especially in complex cloud environments, and they're extremely hard to deploy and manage due to their agent-based or network scanning methods. With this simple tool, we will find a complete inventory of your assets, API endpoint discovery and misconfigurations, vulnerability detection across all assets, and most importantly, personal identifiable information, even if it's exposed to the internet, especially if it's exposed to the internet. This platform covers the entire cloud estate, so all of your AWS accounts, all of your Azure subscriptions, and it's in a single portal. In the following video, I'm going to complete a full deployment into my AWS account and show you the results. Keep watching to see how. Let's jump straight into it. To install Orca, the only prerequisite is to ensure you have administrative access into your cloud environments. Orca will use those accounts to perform read-only access into resources for the subscription or the account itself. This demo will show you how quickly we can install an AWS, but you can plug this into different cloud platforms, including Azure and Google, just as fast, and see malware across all those environments too. Orca provides that single pane of glass to see all of your cloud accounts. Let's see how to do it. So here we're plugging in AWS. So I'm going to go to Connect Account, where we can see all of the different cloud environments that we can plug in. I'm going to choose AWS, where we get a series of small and very simple steps to connect and onboard our accounts. If you have multiple accounts in AWS, you can onboard multiple accounts by clicking this icon here, but in this example, we're only onboarding one account. Following the steps, we can enable some extra features, which I'm going to leave out. The second step is to ensure you're logged in, which I've already done in this tab here. And the third step is to create an IAM role and policy using a CloudFormation template. Once we click here, it will take us straight into AWS itself, where the CloudFormation template has already been created by Orca Security. You can rename the stack name if you like to, but we can just keep all of these settings as the default. Once we acknowledge the AWS CloudFormation template, we can go create stack on the right side. After a few minutes and the CloudFormation template has gone and done its thing, we'll simply copy some information from the outputs here in the stack and copy and paste it back into the Orca platform itself. Obviously, if you have more accounts, this might take a little bit more time, but the reality is that it should only take a few minutes. Once you've clicked on the outputs here, we can wait for the refresh, where we should get a unique identifier. I didn't cut the video here because I wanted you to see in real time just how fast this process is. Once we have this value, we simply copy and paste it back into the Orca Security console by clicking copy, going back to the account and pasting it into this ARN. Once we hit connect account, Orca will go and do its thing and validate that all of the changes with the CloudFormation template are successful. AWS account successfully onboarded. Just like that, it's super simple, it's super easy. We've onboarded the AWS account into Orca itself, and it's going to go away now over the next 24 hours and do a scan so we can find all of the malware within this environment. The next step from here is to take a look in the UI and see what we find. Now we're back in the Orca platform. Remember, Orca is not just looking at malware, it's also looking at vulnerabilities, your APIs, your data, and lots more. I'm going to use the alert function on the left side menu here just to have a quick look at some of the malware that was found during this scan. The Orca alerts are based on scans that are completed once every 24 hours. Using the critical tab here, I'm going to drill down on any of the malware that we've found, and I'm going to have a look at some of these virtual machines. What you're seeing on your screen right now is the result of the complete installation within your environment across your entire cloud estate for every piece of malware that sits on any of these virtual machines. We can see they're rated quite highly with a 9.5, and we get lots of other information about the asset name, the account that it's in, when it was first discovered, and when it was last seen. As an example, let's choose one of these to have a look at. Selecting one at random, we're going to find out more information about this piece of malware within the cloud environment. Orca gives you a really nice readable summary to learn more about the device, what type of malware there is, and where it's located. If you want to drill down on these findings, you can simply scroll down to find more about the file path, the hash values, and other interesting information like going to virus total. They even give you remediation steps. It's important to note that all of the information about this alert here is on this side, whereas on the right side, we can find more information about the actual asset itself. Finding out more information about this asset is very easy. We simply click on the asset itself, and it will take us to that set of inventory. Once the asset loads, we can see more alerts associated with the asset. We can see a description of the asset itself, and we even get a graph about how the asset is connected within the environment and what it's connected to. If I open up the risk tab at the top, we can see those alerts that relate to this device. We can see that it has other critical vulnerabilities, service vulnerabilities, and it needs patching. Orca provides lots of different security views depending on the different types of levels of security you're interested in. The core views that it offers are API security, attack paths, cloud detection response, vulnerabilities, data security posture management, and KEAM, which is identity. My customers used to have problems deploying agents, finding out if agents are installed, working out who's responsible for which machines, and they didn't have the level of visibility that they needed to take full control over their cloud environments. Orca Security provides that visibility and that control. If you're interested in doing a free risk assessment, I have a few spots left. Use the form below to get onboarded now.